Hello everyone, welcome to episode 1 of the Node.js Master Series. If you are a JavaScript developer and want to become a backend developer or full stack developer, then this playlist is designed for you. In today's videos, we are going to understand that what is Node.js, why it was created and who created it, and how JavaScript run outside the browser, and why companies like Netflix, Uber, and PayPal use Node.js in production. By the end of this video, you will have a strong foundation in Node.js. So before we start, let's quickly look at today's agenda that what we are going to learn in this video. So we are going to learn that what is Node.js, why use Node.js, and who created the Node.js, and why we have Google's V8 JavaScript engine for running the Node.js, and the history of Node.js, and the npm package, and how Node.js helping in industry, and some interview prep questions. So let's see what is Node.js. So Node.js is an open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment built on JavaScript V8 engine. And basically Node.js it is has a asynchronous behavior, and it also has an event-driven architecture, and also has non-blocking input output. And the definition seems so complicated. Let's break it down. Before Node.js, JavaScript could only run inside a browser. If you wanted backend development, you had to learn Java, PHP, Sharp, or some other language. And Node.js changed that. Now JavaScript can run outside the browser and can be used to build APIs, backend servers, command line tools, and enterprise applications. So this is why JavaScript runs everywhere. Let's move to the next slide. And here we have the two language problem. It means traditionally there is a traditional stack and the Node.js solution. So let's understand why Node.js becomes so popular. Before Node.js, front-end developers use JavaScript, and backend developers use Java, PHP, C Sharp, or Ruby. And companies had to maintain multiple code bases and teams. Imagine you are building an e-commerce application, and front end uses the JavaScript and backend uses the Java, and now developers need expertise in multiple languages, and Node.js solve the problems. Front end and backend can both have JavaScript. This reduced complexity and increased productivity. So why was Node.js created? To understand Node.js, we need to understand a problem called blocking input output. Traditional servers would allocate a thread for every request. If a database query took 5 seconds, that thread would simply wait for 5 seconds. During that time period, resources are wasted. So Randall looked at this problem and asked that why should the server sit idle while waiting? And Node.js introduced a non-blocking architecture. This non-blocking architecture helps to solve this problem. Instead of waiting, Node.js delegates the task like asynchronous task to the libuv and immediately start processing other requests. So this is one of the reasons that Node.js becomes so famous. And who created the Node.js? The creator of the Node.js is Randall. He released Node.js in 2009. Rand wanted to solve scalability problems in web servers. He noticed that traditional architectures were wasting resources. So what he does, he created the Node.js. One of the biggest innovation was combining Google's V8 engine with the asynchronous programming concept, and this eventually became Node.js. Now let's see how JavaScript executes. Computers do not natively understand modern high-level JavaScript. So code requires systematic translation into base computational steps. What does it mean? That computers do not understand the JavaScript. So JavaScript code must be translated into a machine code before the CPU can execute it. So this translation is performed by a JavaScript engine, and Chrome uses the V8 JavaScript engine, and Firefox uses the SpiderMonkey, and Safari uses the JavaScript core. So now let's see what is V8 engine. The V8 engine is the heart of the Node.js. It is written in C++ and developed by the Google. V8 takes the JavaScript code and converts it into machine code. V8 also performs some optimization techniques while the program is running. Now let's see the history of Node.js. In the history, in 2009, the Node.js was created by the RenDL, and after that, in 2010, the npm package came, and in 2011, native Windows support was added, and in 2014, io.js, the alternative fork was created, and in 2015, forks were merged into unified foundation, and coming to the 2019, the OpenJS Foundation was created. Now see what is the npm package. npm stands for Node Package Manager, and today when we install Express, Mongoose, React, or any package, we use npm. Without npm, Node.js would not become this successful. And many company uses the Node.js in production, like the Netflix, Uber, PayPal, LinkedIn, Walmart, and as well as NASA. Thank you for watching the episode 1. In the next video, we are going to dive deeper into the V8 engine, whole stack, event loop, and how JavaScript actually execute inside Node.js. If you are following the Backend Mastery series, make sure to subscribe and continue learning with me. I will see you in the next episode.